Christmas, may your New Year dreams come true. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Makeup by Kate and I wanted to give you guys a holiday inspired makeup look. In this video, I'm just gonna give you a step-by-step process of how I did this eye look. It is very green and Christmassy, and I did a cut crease and I'll show you exactly how I did that. All the steps I took are in this video. I hope you enjoy. Thank you so much for watching and Merry Christmas. I already did my brows, got them out of the way. I like to do my brows first so I can see exactly where I want the shadows to start to end, stuff like that. So I'm just going to put a little bit of a concealer all over the eye. The Beauty Blender is nice to blend and pick up any excess product that I do not need. Now I'm going to just set that with a powder. This will allow the shadows to go on nicely and blend. I'm using the Kylie Cosmetics bronze palette and I'm going to pick up this shade right here. So as you can see, it's this brown shade. You can't fully see it, but it comes through and it just helps the green blend out nicely. So we're gonna stick that on first, just with a big fluffy brush going back and forth until I like how it looks and it's blended out. I always add product instead of going in with a ton of product, so always tapping off any excess. It's easier to add product instead of taking it away. So I don't really care about getting much down here because I'm gonna clean that up with some concealer and make a nice cut crease, but I want to keep this low, and then once all the product is mostly off my brush, that's when I can start blending out. I'm ready to go in with this green shade. I'm using the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm using this deep green shade. So I'm keeping this darkness on the outside and then bringing it up and around. I'm gonna take a smaller pointed brush to bring that green in here. What's really nice about this Jaclyn Hill palette is how pigmented the shadows are, like all of the shades. Like with some palettes you get some shades you'll find that work really well and blend really easy, and then other shades aren't as good and they're a little bit chalky. With this palette, she really did a good job at making every single color very, very good. And also there's like no fallout. This is Enchanted Forest by Makeup Geek, a little bit lighter. And I'm gonna just go in the shadow over top and just help to blend it and lighten it up a little bit at some spaces. Just kind of pack that over top. And it just makes the kind of green that I'm looking for here. And I'm gonna use that to kind of blow it out here how I like it. All right, now we're gonna go in with our concealer again and cut out that crease to make it nice and sharp and bright. Take the concealer and I'm just gonna start making small strokes. I kind of pat instead of trying to make a line, because with the shape of the brush, it'll just kind of make it for you. And I'm bringing this right into the center of the eye, not all the way out. Keeping that darkness out there. And just kind of blending it into the outer corner. This is just from the Kylie Cosmetics palette, just the bone shade, just to set that. And then I'm going in with this shade from the Jaclyn Hill palette, right there. Take that shade, put a little bit of spray, water, whatever you have, just to make that pop a little bit more and really bring that in here on the tear ducts, brighten up that inner corner. I'm gonna go back with this green and kind of blend it so it blends nicely into that, what we just placed. I'm just kind of packing and then lightly going into that white we just put. And then back in with that same shade. Instead of rubbing, I'm just kind of packing this color on. Now I'm going in with a greeny shade called Jester from Makeup Geek. I'm going to spray this with the Morphe setting spray here. I'm putting that right close to the lash line. I don't want to bring that too high up, I'm just keeping it low. And that same shade we're gonna put up here in this crease. And we're gonna blend that out. Then with the dark shade from the Morphe palette, the Jaclyn Hill palette, I'm gonna go with a flat brush and go as close to the lash line as possible, all the way over, and put it right on my waterline. And just kind of wiggle it in that lash line to make sure there's no gaps of white. Blend that out. And a little bit of black on the lash line at the top. Just to define the eyes a little bit and prepare for some lashes so we don't see any band or anything. Alright, last up we're gonna put on some Ardell Demi Wispies. They have a little bit of a flare at the end and really gonna lift my eye at the outer corner. So I use the Duo lash glue. So when applying lashes, little tidbit, make sure the glue is tacky and dries a little bit. I apply it with my fingers. I'm gonna look down at my mirror and just place that right in the center as close to the lash line as possible. And then I will go and place on the inner and the outer. You have some wiggle room, so you can kind of move it around once you place the lashes on, like pick up and get it a little closer to the lash line, because I don't have a thick line, so I gotta really make sure they're where I want them. Like so.